In the astrology of January 12th, we have some very powerful energy today as Mars is in a trine with Jupiter. And what's so important about this, especially coming off of the Capricorn new moon and experiencing a lot of new beginnings, is essentially that our action is blessed. Our action, especially the cardinal earth action of allowing ourselves to just go out and do something, to not necessarily have everything figured out in the meantime, to not have all the details of how it's going to go, but to understand that there's some ways in which we will never have full preparedness, where everything is set, everything is locked in, everything is crystal clear. There's going to be times where we have to take action and we've got to stick with it, even though we don't exactly have access to what the end goal is going to look like or how the process is all going to play out. And so for Capricorn today, this is in a lot of ways an investment in yourself. This is very much taking action that is self-compelled. It might be an idea that it kind of feels like you're the only one who has it, or it feels like no one else can kind of see the vision that you have, but you know that if you were to follow this, it's going to be absolutely incredible. And for Sagittarius, I feel like you're going to be in a lot of ways almost reinvigorated and revived from the process of taking action right now, and not only taking action but doing so with a certain level of belief and a certain level of faith in your ability to do that, but more so faith that you're going to end up at the right place. Like, that's the biggest part for you guys right now. It's knowing that you'll end up in the right place if you were to follow this compulsion, this sort of need to take action and to go into the direction that you have. And you might even have some type of, end picture of what it will look like, and knowing that you'll be able to get to that place without exactly knowing how. And for Scorpio, this is very much about hitting the drawing board. It's not so much about taking too much time to prepare for things. It's about, taking some action now, but doing so in a way that is very harmonious with your sextiled connection to Capricorn. So for you guys, this would be, getting a whiteboard out and saying, okay, step 1, step 2, step 3, here's the steps I'm going to follow. Even if there's more things that will become clear in the process, this is a very important thing for me to do right now. For Libra, this is going to be in so many different ways a part of you breaking a chain that your family has maybe been tied to for a very long time. So this might be some achievement that you're after, or some goal you want to reach, which in a way breaks a metaphorical curse that your family has been stricken with for a long time, such as them never feeling as though they could get to a certain level in life, them thinking as though they can never overcome certain addictions. Like, this is going to be some pretty heavy and intense stuff for you to experience today, even though the manifestation of it's very positive. Mars trine Jupiter, essentially it will feel as though the action you take is very much blessed by the gods. For Virgo today, this is about allowing yourself to take action as the mood strikes instead of as your mind dictates. So this is really listening to your heart a little bit more than it is to listen to your intellect, which can be a very big deal for you guys. For Leo, I think that there's an element of this where for you guys, the little things you do today are going to have a lot more of a gravitational impact than it seems. And so the little victories you have, which might not feel like you want to celebrate, pay attention to those little victories. Celebrate those little moments where you were able to kind of meet someone that you've been sort of at odds with for a long time. You were able to meet them with kindness, and maybe that was even reciprocated to you. For Cancer today, this is very much taking an action that in some way, shape, or form redefines your role in a relationship. So maybe this is that you've always sort of felt as though you needed to ask permission from your relationship partner. Maybe this is about choosing a new relationship partner if you're single that is someone who listens to you a little bit more. But this will be about you taking a blessed action and not leaving it on the ground because the relationship partner that you have or want to have doesn't necessarily see it that way. For Gemini today, this is very much about taking intuitive action. It's very scorpionic for you guys today. You're going to be taking the right action at the right moment when your intuition says, okay, now's the time to strike, now's the time to go for it. So it's very much, with Mars trine Jupiter, it just feels like, one big motivational speech that the divine is kind of sending down to us. But it's very important to understand that that sometimes stepping into that energy is the most powerful medicine that we can have, even if we feel as though like I'm just too sick or too tired to do anything right now. This is a very clear example of when you can heal yourself by doing something that almost threatens to tire yourself out even more. For Taurus today, especially having Jupiter in your sign, this is going to be, you're going to feel very much alerted to what it is that you actually need to do. You're going to feel maybe the divine cogs and wheels spinning in the distance as you're making your big decision today. But whatever this decision is, it's going to look big and it's going to be big. There's not going to be a whole lot of hidden energy around here. You're going to be able to see why what you're about to choose is going to have huge ripple effects on your life. And so it's important to really meet those goals with a sense of bravery today. For Aries, of course, this happens in your 10th house and your 2nd house. And so for you guys, this is a big decision that's going to affect your money now and your money in the future. And so there's a financial aspect to whatever choices you're making today, but in many ways it's going to manifest as career and life path as far as the form of what you're actually doing or what it is that you're choosing. But today's a day of huge decisions for you guys. And for Pisces, it's so important for you guys today to really cleave to your most supportive friends and allies, the people that really have your back right now. It's so important to lean on them when you need it, especially when you just need that little bit of a nudge and you know that these people love you enough to give you that nudge. And of course, for Aquarius, this is about taking a blessed action, which quite literally takes you out of the underworld and into the surface world of the living, that takes you into a world that is more bountiful, especially if you've been dealing with some anxiety and depression in the past several months. Today is a great day to get yourself out of that rut once and for all. So I hope that this helped you guys out today, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.